Hello and welcome back to Steinsgate episode 32, where we last left off. We saved Faris from being kidnapped, or not kidnapped, but actually we don't know what we necessarily saved Faris from, but it was from the goons of 4C who are up to no good. Now we're at the precipice of a decision to either decide to send a D-mail, thus erasing Faris's father, or saving it. And I think we're gonna go with the route of not seeing what happens and ending her storyline where it is. So I think we're going to be completing the Faris route, and which means we're going to be going on this save, and then this will be the save to continue to go on to chapter 8, I believe. So without further ado, if you like videos like this and want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. Let me know down below what you want to see next, and let's jump back into it. So I will not be sending the D-mail. It must be done. For Mayuri's sake. I must erase Faris's memories just as I did Suzuha's. There's no other way. I give Faris her phone back. No. So now we're on Faris' route. Don't jump to conclusions. We should explore other methods. After all, her father's life hangs in the balance.
試してみよう。お前のパパさんを殺せないよ。
今日もごめんにゃ。フェイリスが迷わせちゃったにゃ。
いや、いいんだ。俺が決めたことだ。
I don't have what it takes to be a god. That burden is too much for me to bear. Womp womp. Faris's father is still at home, so we go to UPX Cafe to talk. Faris orders a sandwich.
それで、京馬には他に何か方法があるのかにゃ？
これは賭けになるが、フェイリスパパに送る D メールの内容を変更する。
じゃあ、フェイリスが最初に送った狂言の脅迫メールは取り消さないままなのかにゃ？
そういうことになる。IBN5100 が俺の手元に戻ってくれば勝ちなんだ。フェイリスパパが死ぬ必要なんてない。
Right as I say that, the employees come to us with the sandwich and drinks. She looks startled.
ゲームの話です。
The employees force a smile at my lame excuse, then head back inside. I turn back to Faris.
だから例えば D メールの内容をこうすれば話は早いと思う。IBN5100 を岡部倫太郎に渡すまで絶対に手放すな。
I think 10 years is about the limit of how far back we can send the D-mails. Phone mail didn't become widespread until then. Luca's mom's pager was a special case, but even that was still limited to the 1990s. So I don't think we could do anything fancy like tell Faris's dad to start stockpiling IBN 5100s in 1975.
でもその時期のパパは会社が傾きかけててお金はなかったにゃ。フェイリスが誘拐されたと知ったらパパは何を言われても IBN5100 を売っちゃう気がするのにゃ。
Faris frowns and takes a bite of her egg sandwich. Yuck.
それは書き方次第だろう。最初の D メールに関連させてしまえばフェイリスパパも別の方法を取るはずだ。レトロ PC 収集家なら他にも売れる PC はたくさん持っていたんだろ。
そんなのは結局大した額にはならないのにゃ。IBN5100 だけは当時たまたま法外な値段で買ってくれる相手がいたっていうだけなのにゃ。
そこはお前にうまくやってもらうしかない。改めて言うがこれは賭けだ。
A bet to escape the responsibilities of a god.
改変によって世界線がどの程度動くのか、その結果改変された世界線がどんな世界なのか、それは俺にもわからない。もしかするとマユリもフェイリスパパも助からない世界になるかもしれないが、逆にどちらも助かる可能性もある。確信なんて俺にもないんだ。だがこのままじゃいけない。このままマユリを死なせることもフェイリスパパを死なせることも俺にはできない。
A gamble, all or nothing. Is Faris alright with that? 2 lives hang in the balance. I don't want to be making decisions that affect whether people live or die. I think we're going to be ambushed by 4C and his cronies again. But I can't think of any alternative.
京馬がそう決めたなら、フェイリスはそれでいいにゃ。
本当に？
パパのこと助けようとしてくれてるんだって分かってるにゃ。だから感謝したいぐらいにゃ。京馬のこと本気で好きになっちゃいそうにゃ。
からかうな。
からかってなんてないにゃ。
Faris pouts cutely.
京馬はフェイリスみたいな女は嫌いかにゃ。
She stares into my eyes, saying nothing.
さすがメイクインニャンニャンの人気ナンバーワンメイドだな。客への媚び方をよく心得ている。
そういう風にはぐらかす京馬は嫌いにゃ。
Now she makes a sad face and drops her shoulders. Don't tell me that was a real confession of love to me. Sure, Faris is cute. I don't have as much trouble dealing with her as I used to. I could certainly get used to the idea of being with a girl like her. I am a man after all, and a man would be overjoyed to win the heart of a girl like Faris. But this is no time for romance.
フェイリス、賭けに乗ってくれ。いい結果になると信じて。
フェイリスの質問には答えてくれないんだにゃ。しょぼーん。
Faris looks a little sad, but after a deep breath, she smiles again.
京馬についていくにゃ。その D メール送ってみようにゃ。
We have our plan. Will the dice come up odd or even? Not even God knows. I'm gonna say, odd. I take Faris with me to the lab and Dara weeps tears of joy at her safety. Mary jumps up on her with a hug. Kirsu keeps reading, her expression aloof. I tell the 3 of them I'll explain later, though I don't know if I'll get the opportunity since we're changing the past. And we head with Faris straight to the development room. Faris has already written the D-mail. The root of the problem is her fake ransom demand, which caused her father to sell his IBN 5100. This is a second threatening email written to prevent that. Its time of arrival is 1 hour after the first email. I set the timer and exchange glances with Faris.
もう戻れないぞ。
世界線が変わっても京馬のこと覚えていられるといいにゃ。
Even that is no guarantee. This isn't like Suza's case where I returned the warp world line back to normal. For warping it even more, I wouldn't be surprised if there were changes more drastic than the elimination of Moe from Akiba.
フェイリスが忘れてしまっても俺は覚えている。
京馬手を握ってほしいにゃ。
I take Faris's hand, then activate the microwave.
いいぞフェイリス。
送信にゃん。
Uh-oh. Oh. We go down to point 2? The warmth of Faris's hand suddenly disappears from mine. The summer sun fills my distorted vision. Next comes the noise of Akiba, the voices of the crowd, and the theme songs of electronic shops.
これは
Teleportation. I realize I'm standing on Chudori right in front of Animate. Animate? The anime shop? I scan the street.
萌え系ショップが復活している。
Yatta! The world line must have changed. That's evident from the fact that reading Steiner kicked in. Faris, however, is nowhere to be seen. Even though we were standing right next to each other just a moment ago. Hand in hand, she disappeared. Did her very existence disappear? No, that's absurd. I refuse to accept that. So did our plan work, or are things even worse now? I need to explore this new world line. I head to the Tenoji residence and find Nei there home alone. I managed to convince her to let me in. The divergence meter is there as expected. What? The first digit is blank. It now reads 0.2. Is it broken, or is there a reason for the missing digit? Anyway, better make a note of this number on my phone. Oh, so it's even worse. So because before it was 0.2. When I checked the divergence meter after erasing our memories with Suzuha, the number was above 0.4. The current number is significantly lower now. But the bigger question is that first missing digit.
誰ですか? うち
Oh.
何の用ですか?
Nay peeks at me from behind the sliding door. She's acting even more afraid than usual. I don't want her to tattle on me to her dad. I better calm her down somehow.
いきなり押しかけて悪かったな。だが用は済んだ。ちなみにこの家の場所はお前の親父さんに教えてもらったのだ。
That doesn't seem to allay her nervousness much, and she still doesn't come any closer.
誰ですか? もう出てってください。でないと警察を呼びます。それと私のお父さんはとっても強いです。
ん?
What's going on here?
誰ですかってひどいな。たまに会うだろ。お前の親父さんの店の2階を借りてるだろ。忘れたのか?
お父さん、助けて。
Well, this is a bad world line.
いやいやいや。
Really bad world line.
ひどいことしたら舌噛んで死にます。
いや、しないから。というより、本当に俺のことを覚えていないのか?
Nay shakes her head frantically.
会ったこともないと?
She nods.
それは悪かった。俺はお前の親父さんと知り合いでな。用は済んだからもう帰るよ。
My thoughts are jumbled, but I force a smile to hide my confusion and leave the Tennoji residence behind. Something like this was bound to happen. It's a small comfort, but I knew the risks when I chose this path. Given that canceling the Suzuha D-mail only changed divergence by 0.07%, a change of 0.2 likely means a drastic shift in the world line, at least from my perspective. It's entirely possible that past events on this world line, my relationships included, are very different from what I remember. As proof, with the sole exception of Faris, all contacts have disappeared from my phone. That's nothing but pure horror to me. To save Mayuri and Faris' father, we warped the fabric of time even more than it had been warped lately, or already, to lose everyone other than Faris. That would be unbearable. That can't have happened. They can't have disappeared. I'm sure they still exist. Thus, we would essentially trap ourselves in this timeline because we never met Kirisu or about phone wave or any D-mails or anything. My phone is just broken is all. Yeah, that's probably it. I knew this might happen. I accepted the risks. But at the same time, I don't want my relationships with my friends to change. I hold that desperate wish in my mind. Mayuri, Daru, and Kirisu should be in the lab like usual. Once I get there, Mayuri will greet me cheerfully, right? I climb the stairs to the second floor, praying that everything will all be alright. And there I realized that my prayers were for naught. The second floor is vacant. And of course, the time leap machine is nowhere to be found. Yeah, we screwed ourselves.
メイクインはあるのか?
Well, that's at least nice. Can die at a maid cafe. Still in a daze, I wander to the maid cafe in search of a familiar face. It feels like 10 years since I last saw that cat logo. I take a deep breath and open the door. Let's go!
ご主人様。
フェリス、マユリ、よかった。
I feel indescribable relief when I see the two girls standing there. They didn't disappear, they still work here, just as I remember.
ご主人様、違うよ。あのね、まゆしにゃんにゃんだよ。
Mary smiles at me and strikes a cat-like pose.
あなたはフェリスちゃんのデュエルパートナーだよね。
What crazy world line is this? She turns to Faris.
もしかしてフェリスちゃん、この人にマユシーの本名教えちゃったの？ふにゃ、教えた記憶はないけどにゃ。でもマユシーって名乗ってる時点でなんとなく想像はつくにゃ。 そっか。
So she has no idea who we are. And it seems like, at least at the moment, Faris doesn't remember. This feeling, something is very wrong.
今日ま
Faris brings her mouth close to my ear.
来てくれてありがとにゃ。でもお客さんの前だから彼氏っぽい行動は慎んでほしいにゃ。
彼氏？
バカ、言っちゃダメにゃ。バイト終わったら思いっきり甘えてあげるから、それまで辛抱するのにゃ。
お前は何を言っているんだ？
Daru, just cursing us for this world line.
にゃにゃ。そういうことかにゃ。最初からちゃんと心得てたっていうことかにゃ。さすが今日も話が早いにゃ。もうフェリスちゃん、お店でイチャイチャしちゃダメだよ。にゃはは、何言ってるにゃ、まゆし。そんなことしてないにゃ。
それよりマイリー、ダルとクリスを知らないか？
That's a no. Mary tilts her head with a confused expression.
ダル？クリス？誰かな？
The coldness in the pit of my stomach returns. There's something odd about how Mayuri and Faris are acting. Does this mean my relationship with them has changed as well?
ラボはどこにある？
ラボ？ラブホ？
What the hell, Lee? Faris grabs me by the ear.
何をする？
今日ま一体どういうことにゃ。もしかしてマユシーとラブホに行く約束でもしてるのかにゃ。未成年にそんないかがわしいことしようなんて、今日まってずいぶん変態だったのにゃ。
ラブホじゃない、ラボだ。勘違いするな、バカ者。
ラボって何や。
Uh-oh.
ラボはつまり未来ガジェット研究所といって、なあマユリ、知ってるだろ？未来ガジェット研究所だ。
Come on, bananas. You love bananas.
マユシーはわからないのです。ごめんね。
She doesn't remember. It can't be.
そもそもさっきからなんでそんなにマユシーばっかに話しかけてるのにゃ。彼女がいる目の前でナンパしてるのかにゃ。
Girlfriend Faris whose? Mine?
そういうことするご主人様にはお帰り願ってるにゃ。どうするにゃ。
Ooh.
すまない。
I apologize and ask to be seated. And inside, I find Daru sitting at a table for two. He's fidgeting for some reason. Why is he staring at me like that?
ダル、ここにいたのか。
I sit in front of Daru and let out a sigh of relief. I drink my water in one gulp. I was really thirsty. Daru doesn't try to hide his displeasure.
君さ、フェイリスタンのなんなん？
何？
どっかで見たことある顔なんだよな。どこだっけ？まあそんなことどうでもよくて、とにかく君ってフェイリスタンになれなれしくね？調子に乗ってね。リア充か？リア充なんか？
Normie, people who find happiness and fulfillment in the real world. Markers of a normie include having lots of friends, having girlfriend or boyfriend, participating in club and school activities, going to parties regularly, vacationing overseas, and displaying a lack of interest in 2D entertainment.
おいダル、一体何を？
I shut up as soon as I start talking. Given how Mayuri and Faris are acting, it's entirely possible that my relationship with Daru has changed too. Better make sure.
俺とお前は初対面か？
当たり前じゃん。君この店来るの初めてっしょ。常連の僕はいつも他の客の顔もチェックしてるんで。
いや、結構来る方だと思うが。
この味は嘘をついている味だぜ。
舐めてもいない。
ジョジョ。
わかる。
つうか質問に答えろよ。君フェイリスタンのなんなん？
俺は
もっと具体的に聞くべき？ じゃあ質問その1、名を名乗りたまえよ。
Why do I have to be cross-examined by Daru? It's unpleasant, but I also don't want to anger him anymore, so I'll answer honestly. The question is which name to use.
法院京馬。
マジで？
Daru suddenly bends forward. His attitude changes completely at this. He grabs my hand, suddenly happy to see me.
ああ、そっかそっか。そうだそうっすよ。確かにどっかで見たことあると思った。フェイリスタンのデュエルパートナーの法院氏だ。いや、うっかりしてた。あえて光栄です。僕、フェイリスタンと法院氏のファンなんですよ。この前の準決勝も見てました。
He shakes my hand forcefully. His hand is all sweaty.
おい、ダル？
ダル？なんで僕のあだ名知ってるんですか？
いや。
The pieces are starting to fall into place. The lab is gone. Mayuri and Daru don't know me. We haven't met. We're not friends. We're nothing.
そうか。
All the time we spent together is gone. Every moment, every memory. Is this the price I have to pay? Is it my destiny to live in a world where even my best friends don't know me?
いやー、明日はいよいよ決勝戦ですよね。バイラルアタッカーズなんかボコボコにしちゃってくださいよ。
決勝戦？
Viral attackers, that means it's about Rhinet Access battlers. Am I participating as Faris' partner? But I thought the finals finished yesterday. So on this world line it's tomorrow? I'll ask Faris later. For some reason it looks like I'm her partner and her boyfriend. But I can deal with that later. Right now there's one more thing I need to know.
なあ、お前はマキセ・クリスって知っているか？
ああ、そうそう。確か論文がすごい学術誌に載ったとかいう天才少女でしたっけ？
会ったことは？
前に ATF で講義をしたんですよ。それは聞きに行きました。かなり可愛かったですよ。で、その人が何か？
いや、別に。
It was obvious if the lab doesn't exist, then how could I have met Kirisu? I go limp in my chair. What about the bet I made? The bet to save Mayuri, did I win or lose? I should know by tonight. If things go as scheduled, Mayuri will die. Was it right to change the world line? And is Faris' father still alive? If we saved both of them, then I can accept my loss of my friends as the price. I have no other choice.
Papa?
Faris stops drinking her iced milk tea and looks at me with furrowed eyebrows.
パパは今日もお仕事に行ったにゃ。それがどうしたんだにゃ？
Well, that's good at least.
お前のパパは生きているんだな。
失礼だにゃ。パパを勝手に殺さないでほしいにゃ。今日の京馬はなんだか変にゃ。どうしたのかにゃ。
いや。
I see Faris' dad is still alive. Thank goodness, now all that remains is to learn Mayuri's fate. Will she die or will she live? The answer will determine if this all has been worth it.
で、俺とお前は恋人同士というのは間違いないのか？
Faris' face freezes. Her lips start to tremble.
もしかして京馬、フェイリスとのことは遊びだったのかにゃ。ひどいにゃ。純情な17歳の乙女をたぶらかすなんて。
I see that Faris is as melodramatic as ever. Smiling wryly, I slump down in my chair and look up at the sky. I feel an emptiness filling my heart. Ah, so that's how it is. The world line has changed and the only one out of place is me. I feel so alone. My friends don't know me anymore. Mayuri isn't even my childhood friend.
どこにも行かせないぞ。連れてなんて行かせない。
That didn't happen in this timeline. Mayuri is no longer my hostage. I was willing to do anything to save her, even sacrifice the time Suzuha spent with us. And yet, No, think positive. Now that Mayuri's a stranger, there's no reason for her to die. Just think of it this way. I sacrificed our memories in order to save Mayuri. That does a little to alleviate the sadness.
今日何中二病なオーラを出してるにゃ。今は二人の大事な話をしてるのにゃ。
Ch.
なあフェイリス、今の俺は記憶喪失みたいなものだ。
It's not a lie. I have no memories of this world line.
さすが世界を股にかけるマッドサイエンティストにゃ。機関に狙われて頭に大怪我を負ってついに記憶を失ってしまったわけにゃ。実は京馬は盗まれた核兵器の居場所を知ってるから、機関はその記憶を取り戻させようと必死なわけにゃ。
Man, you know it's gonna go down when this music plays, that's for sure. Story beat motif.
京馬
Faris frowns, then leans forward and stares straight into my eyes. You're telling the truth. Is she trying to use her power Cheshire break, was it, to see into my mind?
そんな京馬
Faris quickly turns pale.
本当に。
あ
だから今日の京馬は変だったのにゃ。大変にゃ。いつから何が原因で。
世界線を移動してきたせいと言ってもわからないだろうな。俺はいわば時空の漂流者なんだ。
ふざけてる場合じゃないにゃ。今はシリアスなシーンなのにゃ。心配してるんだから真面目に答えるのにゃ。
俺は一言も嘘は言っていない。お前ならわかるだろう。
そうにゃけど。
なあ、詳しく聞かせてくれ。俺とお前の関係については特に詳しく。
本当に覚えてないのかにゃ。
How sad. Faris is moved to tears. Then she firmly clasped my hands. I'll tell you
フェ
everything.
イリスと京馬はライネットの大会で知り合ったにゃ。秋葉の小さなショップでやっていた大会だったけど、死闘を繰り広げて心を通じ合わせたのにゃ。
She could literally just spin anything. I played Rhinet.
そこで意気投合して、フェイリスと京馬はコンビを組むことになったのにゃ。フェイリスたちの息はぴったりで、グラちゃんでもほとんど負けずに決勝まで勝ち進んだのにゃ。
Then Faris starts fidgeting. She blushes a little and looks at me sidelong.
それで一緒に戦っていくうちに、フェイリスは京馬のことをもっと知りたいって思って、いつも目で追うようになってて。そうにゃ、フェイリスは京馬のこと好きになってたのにゃ。このままずっとライネットだけじゃなくてプライベートでもパートナーとして一緒に
But in real life,
思うようになってたのにゃ。だからこの前の準決勝に勝った後、思い切って告白したのにゃ。そしたら京馬も好きだって言ってくれて、フェイリスたちは甘いキスを交わして晴れて恋人になったのにゃ。
only in private, of course. A sweet kiss? Does that make me a normie? Was I really that good with women?
ちなみにフェイリスと京馬は同棲中にゃ。
何？
Living together already when we only just started going out? You really are a filthy normie, current world line mate. Faris answers with a wry smile.
と言ってもライネットのパートナーとして夏休み中は合宿みたいな感じで京馬をフェイリスの家に泊めてあげてるだけなのにゃ。だからそのエッチなこととかはしてないのにゃ。って何言わせるのにゃ。
She flails her arms and legs. Oh, if it's at Faris's place with her parents and the butler there, of course nothing naughty would happen.
京馬、今の話で何か思い出したかにゃ。
I shake my head. It's fundamentally impossible for me to remember the events of this world line. I didn't forget those memories, I never had them in the first place.
フェイリス、頼みがある。
何かにゃ。京馬が記憶を取り戻すためなら何でも聞くにゃ。
いや、記憶のこととは違うんだが、マユリのことだ。
マユシ？そういえばさっきもお店でやたらと声をかけてたにゃ。
あいつはもしかすると今日の夜午後8時ぐらいに何らかの形で死ぬかもしれない。だからあいつを見ていてくれないか。
死ぬってどういう。今度こそ冗談にゃ。
I gazed straight into Faris's eyes.
嘘はついていない。
はあ、
死ぬか死なないか可能性は五分だ。お前は何もしなくていい。
A gamble.
見ているだけでいい。結果を俺に報告してほしい。頼めるか。
何が
Because we're kind of screwed anyway, still.
パリなのにゃ。
Because we're stuck here, there's no time machine or anything.
でも
Faris clasped my hands once again. Tightly, very tightly. I can feel her warmth emanating through her palms.
フェイリスは京馬のこと好きだから、大好きだから、信じるにゃ。京馬のこと。
ありがと
Faris is the only one I can rely on now. I keep staring at the clock on the wall. I was told to wait at Faris's place, so I've been sitting here for 2 hours. I haven't heard from her since she told me she was going to go to karaoke with Mayuri. Several hours have passed since Mayuri's scheduled time of death. Faris hasn't contacted me yet, which I guess means that nothing's happened. I wish I could know for sure. If Mayuri were to die now, it would mean that I have failed utterly. I have no way to return to my original world line. I have no way to change the past again. The lab doesn't exist, and neither does the phone wave named Subject to Change. I can't even send a D-mail to say nothing of leaping through time.
おや、岡部君。
Faris's parents make an appearance. They smile when they see me. Come to think of it, this is my first time I've met Faris's mom. She seems like an elegant lady. Do we get to see her?
バイトか
Nope.
な。
う。あ、いえ、友人と遊びに行っているとか。
Faris's dad is alive. I learned that fact from Faris earlier, but it's really good to see him in the flesh. At the very least, I didn't have to kill this man.
そうか。高校生なのにこんな時間まで遊び歩いているとはいかんな。岡部君からも注意しておいてくれないか。
わかりました。
いつも娘が世話を焼かせてすまないね。これからも娘のことをよろしく頼むよ。私はね、君のことを買っているんだ。
Oh?
ありがとうございます。
I can't believe I've done anything to warrant that sort of praise.
悪いんだが、私と家内はこれから仕事で海外に飛ばなくてはいけなくてね。
Uh-oh. At this hour?
執事の黒木は残っているから何かあったら彼に。では行ってくるよ。
お気をつけて。
Once the parents leave, I drop onto the sofa relieved. He's a really nice guy. I'm glad I was able to save his life if nothing else. Plane crash.
ただいまにゃ。
Faris returns right after her parents leave.
楽しかった。
フェイリス、どうして連絡をくれなかったんだ。マユリはどうなった。
There's concern in my voice, though I can't tell from her expression that everything is okay. I won the bet.
マユシーは死んだりしなかったにゃ。2時間ぐらい2人でアニソンを歌いまくってわざわざ池袋までフェイリスは送っていったのにゃ。まるでマユシーをエスコートする紳士みたいだったにゃ。そんなフェイリスにマユシーは感激しまくりでユリフラグ立ちそうな勢いだったにゃ。にゃはは。
そうか。
Mary is still alive. So is Faris's dad. I have lost much, but as long as they're safe, I can accept my fate. I don't know what will happen to Suza's dream for the future, but there's nothing I can do about that now. Everything is fine. This world line is my home now. I'm gonna make a life here. I no longer have the lab or my friends, but I do have Faris. I'm not alone. I'm so relieved to have finally achieved my goals that my body's fatigue catches up with me all at once. I slide down on the sofa and close my eyes.
今日も寝ちゃうのかにゃ。
ああ、少し休ませてくれ。少しだけ。
I have plenty of time to think about the future. After all, I have nothing left to fear.
さて、次のターンどうするかにゃ。
ちょっと早いが、ターミナルカードを使って形勢逆転すべきか。いや、
We're gonna suck at the tournament.
が罠のような気も。
どうするかは今日の次第にゃ。
待て、ちょっと待て。この程度の危機、俺の灰色の脳細胞にかかれば。
But no matter how hard I try, I simply can't visualize Faris's piece placement. I'm still a newbie at this game, I barely know the rules. The finals are tomorrow. Today, actually, there's no way I can defeat the viral attackers like this. But since I'm Faris's partner, I have no choice but to participate. That's why we've been training all night.
よし、せっかくだから俺はこのウイルスチェッカーを選ぶぜ。
そうきたのかにゃ。でもフェイリスは二重三重の策を打ってあるにゃ。
なんだと。
これで京間側のサーバーは丸裸にゃ。ターミナルカードを使ってじわじわ攻め落としていくにゃ。
This game is only about 10% luck, the rest depends entirely upon the right netter's strategy and ability. And Faris has the power to read people's minds or emotions at least, so it's easy for her to see through my plays. Her power is truly overwhelming. She tears apart my carefully thought out plan, defeating me easily.
また負けた。これで19戦19敗とはマッドサイエンティストの名折れだ。
I was able to learn the rules with these 19 matches, but I'm still nowhere near tournament level as a player. Was I really on the same caliber as Faris on this world line? I suddenly see a frown spread upon Faris's face.
京間、ライネットの戦い方、本当に忘れちゃったんだにゃ。
And she's like, I don't love you anymore.
今まで京間が記憶喪失だにゃんてあんまり実感が湧かなかったんだけど、ここまで下手っぴになってるにゃんて。
Well, excuse me for being poopy.
京間はフェイリスのこともほとんど忘れちゃったのかにゃ。
まあほとんどといえばほとんどだな。少なくとも恋人になった記憶は全くない。
にゃー。
Faris grows more and more downhearted. Now she's on the verge of tears.
じゃあ今の京間はフェイリスのことなんてちっとも好きでいてくれてないわけにゃ。こうなったら
Faris suddenly stands up with both fists clenched.
体で思い出させてあげるにゃ。
Uh-oh. Faris approaches with bloodshot eyes, her fingers wiggling lasciviously.
お前まさか俺を襲う気か。
それもありにゃ。初めてだから優しくしてほしいにゃ。
落ち着け。初めてならば体は思い出しようがないだろうが。
京間。
Suddenly, Faris gets on all fours. She raises her back a little, exactly like a cat ready to pounce.
パパもママもお仕事で海外に行っちゃったにゃ。黒木ももう帰っちゃったにゃ。
Uh-oh.
この広い家に今はフェイリスと京間の二人きりなのにゃ。
She approaches slowly.
どうするにゃ。記憶がなくても生前食わぬは男の恥にゃ。
お前が言うな猫娘。
I don't know what I should do in a situation like this. I can't think clearly.
京間。にゃーにゃー。京間。
Uh-oh. Finally, Faris blasts off. If I dodge, Faris is sure to fall flat on her face. That's how fast she's going. So to prevent that, I catch her in my arms. Here's where I lose my V card. Farewell, V card. I would have preferred to give it away rather than have it taken by force, but oh well. All I can do now is prepare myself. Suddenly, Faris falls silent.
Faris.
When I look down, she's pressing her face against my chest, muffling her sobs.
思い出が消えるのってとっても切ないのにゃ。自分の知ってる人が知ってる人じゃなくなっちゃって、自分だけが思い出が消える前のことを引きずってて、その思い出を押し付けることもできなくて。
But we can build new memories.
こんな中途半端に覚えてるなら、いっそきれいさっぱりフェイリスの思い出も消してもらいたいくらいにゃ。
Faris's words hit me like a blow. I feel exactly the same way. The Faris I knew is gone forever. So are Mayuri, Daru, and Kirisu. This world line closely resembles mine. Nothing is missing, but everything has changed. My memories seem real, and I know that they are. But with no one else to share them, it might as well be a dream. I'm all alone in this world. Alienated, isolated. My friends will never remember me. The events in my memories never happened.
だが、それは
I gently embraced Faris's small head.
俺自身が選んだことだから。
選んだ。
ああ。
The path I chose so that neither Mayuri nor Faris's dad would die. I won the bet, so in return I have to live with this loneliness, this isolation. Nothing is free, everything has a price. I sacrificed Suzuha's memories to save Mayuri. That's what Suzuha wanted. It's only fair that I give up something myself. So I'm okay with this. Because objectively speaking, I reached my goal. I'm okay.
それに正直なことを言えば、俺はフェイリスがいてくれてよかったと思ってる。
Mayuri and Daru are strangers now. Kirisu has probably returned to America, but that doesn't mean we can't build relationships, at least with Daru and Mayuri. Without Faris, without her affection, I don't know what I would have done.
俺はお前の恋人になった思い出はないが、お前が恋人でいてくれてよかったと思う。
今日も
Faris lifts her face.
この世界線で変わらず俺を知ってくれているのはフェイリスだけだった。フェイリスが一緒にいてくれたからなんとか冷静でいられた。これからも一緒にいてくれると嬉しい。記憶はきっと取り戻せないが、これからもう一度フェイリスのことを好きになっていきたい。
Smooth words.
今日もフェイリスの猫耳外してほしいにゃ。
Uh-oh. Cat ears? Oh, I see. Back to Rumio mode. I gently take the cat ear headband off of Faris's head. Her long hair falls down and dangles onto my face. I comb through her hair with my fingers and Faris's eyes smile as if soothed by my touch. She really is like a cat.
ねえ、ルミホって呼んで。
This is the second time she asked me that. I was too self-conscious to say it the first time, but now,
ルミホ。
ignoring my inner shyness, I say her name. Our faces draw close.
キスしてくれる？
You know what? Maybe this world line isn't so bad. With difficulty, we exchange a kiss like hummingbirds pecking at nectar. Then Faris slowly smiles. Her smile, her lingering tears, her everything is awfully cute.
あなたはね、私の王子様なんだよ。
This is the second time she told me that. I endure the tingling in my body.
これからも私はあなたを好きでいていいんだよね。
ああ。
よかった。
I can no longer return to my original world line. I don't intend to either, because I saved both Mayuri and Faris's dad. I'll keep living on this world line, and Faris will be by my side.
会場の皆様お待たせいたしました。まもなくライネットアクセスバトラーズグランドチャンピオンの座を決め
And then we lose and she breaks up with us.
戦を開始します。
I hear cheers. The finals are about to begin. Of course, our opponents are the viral attackers. On the previous world line, Faris' victory turned into a desperate chase through Akiba. But that's another thing that never happened. Normally, I would have refused to stand here. Since I didn't get my memories back, I could have stepped down, and the cheerful cat girl would probably accept it before proceeding to fight alone. But I'm still standing here, even though I'm aware I'm a burden.
今日も本当に大丈夫なのかにゃ？
Faris turns to me anxiously one last time. I answer her with a firm nod.
俺はここで生きていくと決めた。
I am a Rainet battler. The story of Hoi and Kyuma of Okabe Rintaro begins here anew. The first line on the blank page. I discard my feelings for the world line that never happened. I lock those memories deep in my heart. In order to live here from now on, I will become this world line's Okabe Rintaro.
それにバイラルアタッカーズは勝っても負けても面倒な相手だ。奴らからお前を守らないとな。
Faris' dad wouldn't come in his limousine to save us this time. I'm the only one who can protect Faris now.
今日も嬉しいにゃ。
Faris turns to me deeply moved and holds out her hand.
一緒に。
ああ、一緒だ。
Faris' hand. My only connection to this world line. I gently take hold of it and squeeze. End of world line. Steinsgate. So that was the end of the Faris route for Steinsgate. So now we got 4 more endings to go. The next time we'll be playing will be when we send the D-mail, ultimately sealing her dad's fate, and then we'll go from there. Then I think we still have Mocha's, Mayori's, Kurisu, and Daru, so, and then a true line, so maybe 4 or 5 more endings to explore. But we're getting there. We're starting to clean up now, which is kind of cool. So let me know if you like that, and as always, if you want to help out the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. I've been Boog the Goob. May God bless you, and peace.